All I wanna be Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back, QualityShot Tennis. Today we've got ALCARAZ and Rafa taking on GRIEKSPOOR and KOOLHOF. How's everybody doing? It's exciting. So we're doing a doubles double, back-to-back, GOATs, Legends, Murray, Rafa, ALCARAZ, and also Dan Evans, of course, the big four. How's everybody doing? We're doing those back-to-back. Let's go. Can we have let's goes in the chat? How are we doing? How are we doing? Let's goes in the chat. Can we have a let's go in the chat? There's 0. Okay, thanks. ALCARAZ, Rafa versus GRIEKSPOOR and KOOLHOF. By the way, KOOLHOF good at doubles. This is not necessarily going to be easy. Also, GRIEKSPOOR is GRIEKSPOOR. He's going to be, always a problem. He often makes matches close. He doesn't win them very often, but he's very talented against the top guys. That was a bit mean. Against the top guys, he can make it very close, but he rarely gets over the line. So we'll see how he can do. KOOLHOF is very good at doubles and going to be an actual problem. But they just beat the number 6 seeds. So ALCARAZ were off out Roland Garros. I've been saying it. Listen, if they play doubles, no one's beating them. It's like Kobe and Jordan playing together, master and student, like whatever. I really think they're pretty much an unbeatable team. And it's because I wouldn't say this if it's Djokovic. Nothing to do with the GOAT debate. The reason I wouldn't say it with Djokovic is Nadal's a better doubles player than Djokovic is. You can make your arguments for singles. I think at this point you can't really make an argument. I think Djokovic is better in general, in my opinion. But overall. But for doubles, I think Nadal is the better player. He has 11 singles. He has 11 doubles titles. He's got a gold medal in men's doubles. There's not really that big of an argument against Rafa in doubles. And ALCARAZ has the volley skills. He's got the net skills. And listen, they got the motivation. So that's basically what I think. Those are my opinions. I think they're unstoppable. At Roland Garros, Rafa's won 14 of these. And he no longer has to worry about singles. All his focus is on the doubles, which I think at the end of the day for his doubles medal is a good thing. So they're gonna warm up, and then we're gonna get started. They're about to do the coin toss. Don't be afraid to say hey if you're in the chat. By the way, if you're watching, don't be afraid to say hey in the chat. So I was just, by the way, so I haven't been streaming because I've been at the Atlanta Open. I did all 9 days of the Atlanta Open, which was very fun. A lot of exciting stories from that. I got to interview loads of players. You can see that on the channel. Yeah, it was great. It was so fun. I mean, okay, well, some crazy stuff happened, but some of the craziest things were one of the first interviews I did was on court after a packed stadium with John Isner, Mike and Bob Bryan, and Andy Roddick. I was like inches away from John Isner. I had to look up at him. And then also Roddick there and also the Bryans. It was really crazy. Like really just to experience that moment was awesome. Just to have a chance to speak to them and have a chance to speak to all of the players. Like, look, I love the interview format. I mean, listen, not my biggest, dream, but in tennis, my biggest kind of dream does come in like interviews. I want to interview players and get some really interesting moments talking to players. I think that would be a cool thing. Like talking even to players who aren't like the top players. Like I got to speak to Harold Mayo at the tournament, and he was fantastic. He's like 82 in the world, but he was great. French player, like 22-year-old, and also like there are some really interesting players I got to speak to, like Mattia Bellucci, who's like a very, very talented 23-year-old Italian kid. Like just getting to speak with him, and also Shang, Chinese teenager, like. I don't know, speaking to them, but I also spoke to Tiafo at the tournament. I spoke to Sloane Stevens and Taylor Townsend, their exhibition match was awesome. So was Roddick and the Bryans, but they, okay. So the men's doubles, when Isner, Roddick, and the Bryans played, they were competitive. It was barely an exhibition. Like, they were all trying. Sloan and Taylor were playing around the whole time, but both were great. But yeah, basically I got to go all 9 days of the Atlanta Open. I got to speak to loads of players, which was super fun. Rafa and Carlos are practicing overheads at the moment. This Olympics has been so wild. It's always exciting when the Olympics is on. But just Andy Murray playing his last ever tournament, or at least, it's what's announced as his last ever tournament. Probably is. Say 5 consecutive match points. It was that happened on the last day of the Atlanta Open. I was pretty much late going over there because I was staying and watching the match, finishing to the end. But I was like, there's no way I cannot watch this. I was, it felt very likely at 9-4 down the tiebreaker that I was watching the last ever Andy Murray match. I never count him out. But he won 7 consecutive points with Dan Evans. So that was huge. I mean, a lot of it were first strike misses from Nishikori and Daniel, but still, it was a phenomenal win. And yeah, I mean, how it was so gratifying as a Murray fan, because Murray's been staying around for so long. We're like, okay, something special is going to happen. And it kind of did, like, last year he won a couple of grass challengers. He had that crazy run in Doha. He had that crazy match against Kokkinakis in Australia. Like, it kind of happened, but we were still waiting. He had that good match against Mahach in Miami. But we were still waiting. We were still waiting for something special. Murray's still playing. I felt like this was it. I mean, Murray's had an amazing, ridiculous, special career. He's never stopped fighting. He loves the game, and he's a huge talent. And I've been a fan for forever. He was literally the first player I remember watching live on TV when he played Gasquet at Wimbledon in 2008. So, yeah, I'm going to watch the match after this. I kind of think that it might be Murray's last match today. So we're going to watch that one as well. But also Nadal and Djokovic playing their last match. Djokovic leading Rafa 6-1, 4-0 at Roland Garros is crazy. I mean, I know Rafa's not Rafa, but Rafa was playing like top 5 level versus for much of the match against Zverev. And he beat Demonor in straight sets earlier this year. It's not like he just reached the final of Bastad, I think. It's not like he can just, it's not like Rafa is just completely, not on the court or something. So that just shows Djokovic was playing out of his mind. But Rafa then started playing amazing himself to get to 4-4. And there's a long deuce game at 4-4 that was very crucial. Rafa hitting a Roger-esque overhead off an overhead to get to 4-4, which is for good reason being played everywhere, because that's going to end up being one of my favorite points of all time. Last ever Big 3 match, very likely, and Rafa does that, reminding everybody who he is. But yeah, so that was fun. Novak too good. Novak versus Carlos in this tournament could be very exciting, I think. Like, potential for like an all-time kind of match, which I guess is every time that they play, to be honest. But also a rematch at Roland Garros is cool because, listen, they had that great match in Madrid on clay, Novak and Carlos. They weren't able to finish their match at Roland Garros on clay, but I really think the second set of Carlos and Novak's Roland Garros match was the second best set that they've ever played, in my opinion. It really is, in my opinion. Only behind Cincinnati set number 3. So it'll be good to see them back on clay. All right, here we go. We're getting started. I'm still getting used to the fact that I can do play-by-play. I wasn't calling play-by-play at Atlanta, and I didn't do it for Wimbledon, but here we go. I did for Berrettini FAA the other day. Lob, off a return, backhand lob from GRIEKSPOOR into the ALCARAZ overhead. That's put away. Spanish all-star team. It's like the USA in basketball. There's just 2 players on a court, but it's like the USA in basketball. It's just a loaded, it's a loaded team. It's a loaded team. Here we go. I'm going to go down. It's crazy. All right, serve here from GRIEKSPOOR. That goes out. Second serve. The Backhand of ALCARAZ, that goes out as well. 15 all. Hands up, Fed World. Love the name. Shout out to Roger. Set 2 of 2023 Wimbledon was top tier as well. Yeah, that was a good one, wasn't it? It was good. Definitely very good. Carlos saving a couple set points, then coming up with a ridiculous return winner. Yeah, I don't even know which set of Wimbledon I would say was the best set. Definitely not set number 4, right? Set number 4 was probably... Set 1 was actually quite good as well, but set 1 and set 4 would be like the worst. Set 3 would be like the third worst, and then it'd be between... Yeah, I guess set number 2 is the best, but it was basically like all 5 sets were great to amazing. So just the quality throughout the match really made that one stand out. But the highest peaks were in Cincinnati and Roland Garros, in my opinion, last year. And then ATP Finals, had a couple good moments, but it wasn't what their other matches were last year. Neither was Wimbledon this year, of course. All right, 30 all here as GRIEKSPOOR about to serve. I'm excited, man. Olympics. I've been excited for this tournament. I think it is unfortunate Rafa and Novak had to play so early, but still, it's exciting. Good to see the doubles. It's a smash put away from KOOLHOF. Doubles specialist. Backhand goes out from ALCARAZ, 1-0. Based on Raducanu's recent wins, I think she's a top 30 player at least. Yeah, Sean, I absolutely agree. I've been saying from the start, just give her time. I personally don't think Emma, like, I think people like quite clearly either go too high with Emma or go too low. Like, why can't we meet somewhere in the middle? This girl won 10 matches at the US Open at 18 years old, and it was her first completed Grand Slam run. I'm not saying she's like the GOAT, or I'm not saying she's going to win maybe even more Grand Slams, or at least, like, I'm not just saying she's going to win 5 Grand Slams or 10 Grand Slams. I'm just saying, can we understand that this girl is probably going to be pretty good? She's been injured as hell. She's been so injured. Like, why are nobody likes to point that out? Like, it kind of kills the conversation, right? Like, oh, she's been injured. It kind of makes the conversation feel stupid, but that is what it's been. Has had coaching problems, but she's been so freaking injured. Serve from Carlos. Forehand of KOOLHOF. That goes in the net. I don't think I've done play-by-play for doubles. Correct me if I'm wrong as well, if you remember that I have, but I don't remember doing doubles. It seems like I would have, but where do you rank the Olympics compared to ATP Final Slams? It's a good question. I think it's also a big tournament. I think it's also a big event. To me, it ranks above Masters. To me, I'd honestly put it equal with ATP Finals. I think it depends on the player, though. But I think my biggest take is that it's a big tournament. I will say that straight up. I think if we're gonna have a thing called big titles, it's a big title. But it doesn't make any sense to me if we don't consider it that. Now, you can place it wherever you want. It can even be lower than a Masters, but I think we have to consider it a big title. Do you do any Laver Cup doubles? No. Yeah, I haven't done Laver Cup, so I think this is my first. I don't know when else I would have. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think these will be my first 2. Yeah, let me know y'all's ranking for Olympics as well. But I mean, this tournament used to have 750 points. That's more than any other small tournament, And the only reason it had that few was because of the country rule. I mean, you can have somebody as good as Emma Navarro, and she can't, or who was it? Is it Emma Navarro can't play on the one? No, Navarro's on the tournament. I think it was Navarro. Somebody very good still can't play just because there are too many good players from their country. That's the only reason it's that low. Like, if the Olympics, the Olympics, you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. Do we want tennis to be taken seriously as a sport? For the athletic marvel that it is, the physical athletic marvel that it is? If we want that, then it's a big tournament. Because guess what? The Olympics is the biggest sporting event in the world. There are players who consider the Olympics above a Grand Slam for good reason. You know, you have the biggest crowds going to the Olympics. You have huge, like, prestigious silverware if you win the tournament. Like, it doesn't really make any sense. It doesn't make any sense if we don't consider it a big title. Now, you can place it wherever you want, as long as we consider it a big title. That's my opinion. Keep updating what's going on, please. Okay, we'll do. Yeah, I should, because, yeah, a lot of people don't even have access to the match, which is unfortunate. I think Cam was saying it was compared to a 500, which I thought was ridiculous. Yeah, that is, yeah, I think that's also ridiculous, to be honest. I disagree with that take from Cam, because for me, the Olympics has got to be a big tournament. It's, I don't hold back from saying it. Like, the Olympics is a big tournament. There's no doubt in my mind. That's a forehand winner from Rafa, gets him to 15-all right on the sideline. Yeah, I will do updates in a play-by-play. Kind of the job here. I'll tell some Atlanta Open stories later. I've got some good ones, including the tournament ended at 3 in the morning. I was there at 3 in the morning, and I gave the last ever press conference question at the Atlanta Open ever, which I was excited about. I went to the first edition of the tournament, and I was here at the last for Atlanta. So, and I've grown up here, so I wanted to do that. I wanted to be the last question. I was happy that I was able to. All the interviews are on the channel. I'll talk more about it. But for now, I'll focus on the match. And yeah, the play ended. I was literally there till 3:30 in the morning because it was raining all day. It's a terrible volley from GRIEKSPOOR, gets it in the net. 30-all. I feel like I can say terrible because I'm a fan of GRIEKSPOOR, but that was not good at all. I don't know what he was doing. Guy just flicked it into the net because he had his racket face below the net, and he didn't do anything to kind of prop it up. He just kind of hit it right low in front of him. That's another bad volley from GRIEKSPOOR. You hit one bad volley, it kind of gets in your head. Break point. Hello, hello. I feel it. Me. Relatable. Me. Lexi. Hello, hello. Vamos, Rafa, go away, Alki. They're on the same team, Lexi. What are you talking about? Serve, forehand of ALCARAZ. Good get from Rafa. ALCARAZ, oh, of course he gets a racket on it, but that's in the ground. Is it, do they play deuces, or is it go straight to a deciding point? Okay, deciding point still. That's what I thought. Lexi, they're on the same team. You can't, okay, so if it was like Madrid and Rafa was playing ALCARAZ, you can do that. You can't be like, you can't root for one and not the other. KOOLHOF jumps up and gets the ball past him. Avoids it, ducks. Hey, thank you, Alexi. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, listen, being able to talk to all the players and having some really fun, interesting interviews. I got to interview Thompson and ask him the last question of the press conference after the longest ever Atlanta Open match. I got to ask the last question in Atlanta Open history. I got to ask Andy Roddick a question. The first full match I ever watched was with Roddick and Federer. So, yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. Hey, there's a lot of cool stuff. Who's your singles favorite? Retired, basic answer, Federer. Active, Murray, Alcaraz, Sinner. Sinner probably first. Wawrinka I like quite a bit. Monfils. GRIEKSPOOR, honestly. Okay, no, it is, they are playing like ad scoring, and that was a good put away there from Rafa. But KOOLHOF hit it right to Rafa, who's there at the net. That was a terrible shot from KOOLHOF, which is unexpected because KOOLHOF knows the strategy of doubles. I always say go away. Okay. No, I know. I'm just playing around. But it's funny. It's funny to root against somebody who's on the team with the person who you're rooting for. Is some new tournament taking over Atlanta? No, Newport and Atlanta are both leaving just because the 2-week Masters. The 2-week Masters are honestly, in my opinion, ruining the schedule. I think they're a cause of concern for injury, and I also think that they're taking away small tournaments. I think it's unfortunate. If we want tennis to be global, the more historic tournaments like this that we can have all over the world, and the more it makes tennis unique, and the more exposure tennis gets, and we need it. It makes tennis special. These small tournaments. Some of them have been around since like 1910. And listen, I'm like, there's some stuff that came out in 1910 that I'm okay just cut off. Like, I don't care. Like, we got better stuff. It's 2024. But I'm just saying, like, some tournaments, like, you want to keep around. They're historic and they're fun. And they get good crowds. That's a return missed from Rafa. It's going to be another serve here from KOOLHOF. Also, I know I'm talking a lot about stuff that's not about the match. I will dwindle that down. It's a serve here from KOOLHOF. Oh, GRIEKSPOOR keeps messing up these volleys. He's hit about 4 bad volley errors in this game. Deuce. At that point, they should go back to best of 5 final. They absolutely should. Yeah, I think Masters, ATP Finals, and Olympics should all play at least a best of 5 final. I think so for sure. Really, no more Atlanta Open next year. Yeah, Atlanta's gone. It's sad. Sucks. No, I like Nishioka being the last champion, though. I really became even more of a fan of Yoshi throughout the week. I got to interview him, I think 4 times, so. I mean, GRIEKSPOOR cannot volley to save his life. He's missed 5 volley errors in this game alone. I mean, let me know if you're seeing this. This is special. Especially bad volleying from GRIEKSPOOR. That sounded a bit weird, but especially bad volleying from GRIEKSPOOR. Especially bad performance. Break point for ALCARAZ and Rafa, second break point. Just seeing them on court together is just I mean, the word aura is getting passed around a lot, but that's a forehand in the net from ALCARAZ. He's going to regret that one. Right back to work, though. Back to deuce. For Masters. Yeah, I agree. They did say after the first match they would improve a lot. Does it show? You're talking about ALCARAZ and Rafa? Not yet. It doesn't show yet. It's as if you didn't cover Atlanta, so still up and about. Your energy is unbelievable. I appreciate it, Lexi. Listen, I rep bringing energy to life, bringing love to life, living life. You got to. You got it. And not in some, like, stupid way, you know. Just live. Got to bring the passion, the energy. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I don't really think so, Carolee. I think not yet. I haven't seen big improvements yet, but we're still early stages, so I'll give them time. But yeah, I got to meet a lot of really cool people at Atlanta as well. Some really nice conversations and cool, I guess, connections in some ways as well. That's in the net, so 2-1. 2-1. Yeah, Lexi, I always root for, like, you know, having energy and bringing life to stuff. Like when eventually, like, I have a funeral, like, hopefully in long time away, I don't want it to be some sad, like, you know, business. You know, that's the kind of thing. Like, I want everything I'm part of to be like a celebration. That's what it should be. That's a long time though, hopefully. I'm trying to remember who David reminds me of, and then I was bored last weekend and decided to rewatch some of my faves and decided to watch Murder by Numbers. And holy moly, there he was, Michael Pitt, aka David Barden. He reminds me of Raonich. That's who David reminds me of. Who else does David remind me of? I don't know. He reminds me of Raonich. That's who he looks like. Well, they have to warm up first, I guess. Yeah, everybody needs a warm up. I saw one of your vids from Atlanta where you said you were filming at 1 a.m. Yeah, it was like, what, 1:40 a.m.? That was really crazy. So, that was really wild. Well, last night, so, Sean, the last night of Atlanta, there was a rain delay starting at like 4:30 p.m. And then it was a rain delay for like 7 or 8 hours. They restarted the final, the singles final, the last match ever in Atlanta Open history at 12 o'clock, midnight. Right? 12 o'clock. Everybody else left. I was like one of the only media people that stayed. One of the only ones. The lights in the media room shut off. Everybody was like, play's not happening today. Right from the start, I was like, I have a feeling they're going to try to play. I have this feeling they're going to try to play. Nishioka and Thompson are kind of these players that have crazy stamina. They're going to try to play it. And they want to go to Washington. Atlanta, they can be a bit like, you know what, we might as well do this kind of an attitude. Like, might as well. Like, they're very laxed, right? So I was like, listen, I think they're going to play. So I stayed around. Everybody told me, like, I should go. Everybody else was leaving. I stayed around. And play happened at 12 o'clock. I was still at the venue. And the whole thing was empty. No one was there. Like, it was crazy. The players were warming up. I swear, I have a video. Not a single soul or person in sight walking around the entire stadium. I have a one shot walking around the entire stadium for the warm-up of the last match ever at the Atlanta Open singles final. After they had already played some earlier that day. No one there. It was crazy. Some people in the stadium, but basically no one. It was wild. So, yeah. Absolutely crazy. GRIEKSPOOR. Oh, with an amazing get-off and overhead. Forehand of KOOLHOF down the line. Forehand of Rafa. Back in volley of KOOLHOF. It's an unbelievable point from the team from the Netherlands. What a get from GRIEKSPOOR there. ALCARAZ like. Yeah, and anyway, by the way, the story ends with, this is how the story ends, that story. Story ends with, they finished the singles final. It goes for another set. They finished the singles final past 1 a.m. The trophy ceremony is past 1 a.m. I walk all the way back to the hotel to give an interview to Nishioka. And then I walk back to the venue, which is pretty close to the hotel where the interviews are being held at. And I stay for the doubles final. The doubles final ends at 3 in the morning. Literally 3 in the morning. Like 2:30 in the morning. I give the interview at like 3 a.m. Last interview ever in Atlanta Open history. But the whole day, one of my goals, mental goals for the day, was to ask the last question at Atlanta Open history, which I did manage to do, so I was happy about that. Doubles is not their specialty, so they would become better by each match. Makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. It's not their focus. Hey, what's up, Max? Young Milas. Yeah, but the resemblance, if you have time, you can check. Okay, yeah, we'll do. Michael Pitt. Check it out. Feast won and beat Z. LOL, the drama. Yeah, that was a great match. I was so happy for Artur. I was rooting for him a lot. Oh, great volley from ALCARAZ. Gets to 2-2. Right on top of the net with that forehand volley. That's sad, I think. Yeah, there's no one there. It was sad. It was sad, and it was also very creepy and weird. I've been to the tournament since the first edition in 2010, and it was stacked with people. And then now you have the whole venue being empty for the last ever final. And it was like, what? It was so weird. And then, some people stayed, a few people, but not really media people. It's like PR people and like people who work for the tournament. So I was like one of the only people who really stayed, but I was excited. I got to catch the last couple of matches courtside. I was right courtside for the last ever match. So, and then I got to be on court for the trophy ceremony, the last ever trophy ceremony, the very end of the Atlanta Open. In fact, I kind of realized to myself, I was the end of the Atlanta Open. Asking the last question, that's really the last kind of thing, that official thing that happened at the Atlanta Open, my question, and them answering it. So I'm happy about that. All right, here we go. Now I will focus on the match at hand. Hopefully that's a little interesting. And I'll talk more about it later, for sure. It's a let from GRIEKSPOOR. Hey, what's up, Cedric? Good to have you in here. GRIEKSPOOR misses. Serve into the net. Second serve. That's a great forehand from ALCARAZ. Goes right at the net guy, who is KOOLHOF. Is Feast playing here? I think so. Pretty sure. Forgot football. I'm so into the Olympics. Yeah, everything is the Olympics right now. A lot of very excited. I'm excited for the track and field also starting on August 1st. And watching the basketball has been fun. Gymnastics has been fun. Obviously, Simone Biles is still a marvel of humanity. Just the fact that she exists and can do some of the stuff she does is insane. It's a double fall from GRIEKSPOOR. Gets to 15-30. He is Bayloss first round of singles doubles in his home country. He'll be back. I mean, he's got like 6 more Olympics, so guy's like 19. He'll be fine. Preseason, can't beat it. Yeah. Dios mio, Alki, can you try to help Rafa at least? Grr. Fair enough. 15-30, even though the score says 15 all. They haven't caught up for some reason. Forehand ALCARAZ lob. That goes out. So 30 all. Hey, what's up, Snahil? Hey, listen, yo, it's good to have a lot of the familiar names to chat. As soon as I saw QualityShot was doing a watch along of Murray, I knew Damon wouldn't be watching. Yeah, because he'd be watching like this. It's tough. It's gonna be tough. I kind of think it might be the end, but I hope not. I'm not gonna count Murray out though. Murray can win anything that he plays. People thought he wouldn't be able to win from down 9-4. You never know. But we'll see. It's going to be fun, though. Oh, that's an unbelievable get from ALCARAZ. That's a volley put away, though, from KOOLHOF. I mean, ALCARAZ is just a cheat code. ALCARAZ is a cheat code. He plays video game tennis. His tennis isn't real. I mean, it's funny because every time you're like, oh, ALCARAZ is about to hit a ridiculous shot, he does. You know? It's like every time. Very Federer-esque, I will say, because Federer was like that. I mean, you could never miss a single point that Federer played. It was just beauty. And it's not like Kyrgios, where he's not also an all-time great. Like ALCARAZ is also like on par to become an all-time great, if he's not already, some would say. But he's on par to become one of the absolute best who's ever played this game. So it's kind of Federer-esque in that way. But that's a fantastic forehand from Rafa. Rafa, this is why Rafa's good at doubles, by the way. That shot right there is why Rafa's good at doubles. High IQ. High IQ. Good touch. Great touch. Being able to find the space on the court. And listen, at Roland Garros, that's scary. Genuinely. I would not even play the match if I was to play Rafa at Roland Garros. Rafa and Carlos. I would not play. Lob from NADAL. That goes out, though. Anthony ended the Atlanta Open. Yeah. Hell yeah. I ended the John Isner Open. It was cool to see Isner there for the last one, though, and Roddick. And, you know, it would have been nice to see Marty Fish there, too, who was also a big player at the tournament. But which event would you want to win a gold medal in? That's a great question. It's a good question. I'd think about it. I feel like long jump would be really sweet. I feel like long jump would be really sweet, or high jump. Like, so those two I'm really fascinated by. Also, like an 100-meter sprint. Like like the track events, I would love to win a gold medal. Obviously, tennis as well. I would cherish that forever. I wanted to be a professional when I was growing up more. Just not really the route that I've taken, but also I'm like 5'6" or 7 or something. I'd be hard. Although Nishioka is 5'7", he just won the Atlanta Open. But anyway, one of those 4 that I just mentioned. Or like weightlifting, because that means I'm like super muscular. Like I could pick something like that, which by like in turn means that I'm something crazy, you know. Like I could choose gymnastics. Suddenly I'm flexible for the rest of my life. Like kind of like a loophole. I don't know, loophole's the right word, but you should understand what I'm saying. All right, serve here from GRIEKSPOOR. Forehand of Carlos is a lob that goes out 3-2. I wonder why Middle Coop isn't playing with KOOLHOF. He's made 3 French semis. Yeah, that's a good question. Because they are from the same country now. It is a good question. Middle Coop is playing in tournaments. That's really weird. Maybe GRIEKSPOOR just really needed a partner or something, but I mean that seems really, really odd, to be honest. What is Middle Coop's ranking though, for example? Like he's 40 years old, which is not young necessarily for tennis. Yeah, I mean he's 83 in the world, so that's why. That's why Middle Coop is 83 in the world, so he's moved down. I plan to watch tennis. I did watch swimming. Yeah, I've been watching the swimming and beach volleyball. Street skateboarding was fun. It was like 13, like that one was weird that it even exists. But yeah, beach volleyball, always volleyball. Yeah, bit of basketball. Yeah, absolutely. Basketball is fun. I'll be watching the basketball for sure. It's so weird though seeing everybody on different teams playing together now. David watching Murray needs an R rating. Or he's like an unpredictable storm. Absolutely. He did lose. I was like, no, but Anthony said they have 6 more Olympics to play. Yeah. He's got more Olympics. He just needs to wait 4 years. Let's be honest, ALCARAZ on another level, even as compared to Federer. He has no weakness. Also, he's more entertaining with his dropping shots. I don't think so. He's not on another level yet. He's still only at 4. Federer won 20. And when he got the slam record, it wasn't like he was chasing anybody. He had to do it on his own accord. Like Djokovic at least had the number 20 in his head. Like, oh, at least it's possible. Imagine getting to that number and like, you don't even know that it's possible yet. And also Federer was just elegance every single point. I'll always stand by Federer, but I mean, listen, yeah, I mean, ALCARAZ might eventually be on another level. He might be the best player of all time, but we got to wait and see. He's currently got 4 slams. He's not Federer, give Federer the respect. He's one of the best athletes to ever play anything. Oh, what a ridiculous shot from Rafa. Oh my God. On the ground. Falling over. What was that? What an angle he got there. That deserves to be on the highlights. I mean, listen, it's going to get on the highlights because Rafa fell on the ground and hit a winner, but that was ridiculous. I mean, it wasn't, okay, let's say this. It wasn't the hardest shot to get in the court, maybe, but the fact that he got an angle and hit a winner off it was ridiculous. That was all talent. GRIEKSPOOR from where, again? Netherlands. Yeah, other teams from the Netherlands. Gymnastics, always fun to watch. Yeah. Yeah, I love the gymnastics. Absolutely. Rafa's forehand did save their game a few times at the last game as well. Yeah, Rafa's forehand is a cheat code. Rafa's forehand is probably the best shot on the court. I don't know, maybe Carlos's forehand. Whose would you take? They're very different. I'd love to win gold at archery and badminton. Archery would be badass, to be honest, yeah. Lexi, the Netherlands. Their names are so cute, yeah. GRIEKSPOOR, KOOLHOF. They sound like they're not real, which is cool. Speaking for the Netherlands, there's this beach volleyball player who's a convicted. Oh my god. Well, that's terrible. Match people doing you well. Playing must be hard for his doubles partner. Well, yeah, I mean, he shouldn't be on the court then. That's insane. Didn't say he's a greater player than Federer. I just mean he's even more fun. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. And that can be your opinion as well. I think he could. I thought in my lifetime, nobody would even get close to Federer in terms of shot making quality, in my opinion. I still don't think he's there, but you can also think that he is. And also, he definitely might get there. But in my mind, I have no doubt they're the two best shot makers this game has ever seen. Gael Monfils, honestly, is somewhere high up there as well, but I would say those two. And Rafa is somewhere there too. That goes out off the back in return from KOOLHOF. We're at 3-3. But yeah, no, I get what you mean. But yeah, for me, Roger is just, I don't know. I literally tuned into every single match Roger Federer played since I was like 8 years old. Because I loved every single point that he played. I was just like, it's a must watch. He just played the game differently. Kind of like Michael Jordan in basketball. You just had to watch him. Backhand smash from GRIEKSPOOR. The backhand of Rafa. That's a too good. It feels like Rafa and ALCARAZ are cooking something up here. Love 15. But yeah, I'll talk more about that Atlanta Open. There are some fun stuff that happened there. Also, I don't know if you guys know Diminator on Twitter or Diminator, but he's a very cool guy. I met him, Ricky, at the tournament. I spoke to him for maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And then I found out his name and who he was. I was like, wait, I followed you on Twitter for 5 years. So I met him and he's very cool. Oh, wow. Backhand down the line from Rafa as a winner. Gets to love 30. To be precise, Federer is more elegant, but Alcaraz is more jaw-dropping. Yeah, I like it. Maybe more I don't know, electrifying, maybe animalist, or I don't know the right words, but I see what you're saying, yeah. But I mean, Federer was jaw-dropping too, to be fair, but I know what you mean. Olympics said he earned the points to allow him to play. I was so curious. I watched the match. Yeah, I mean, that's insane. We need to do better as sports and, not letting terrible people play, I mean, really, felons, I'm one for separating art, we just need to be careful of that. After Federer got the record in 2009, his stats went notably down. Federer from 06-09 made 15-16 slam finals. From 2010-13, he made 3 out of 16. Yeah, but everybody has their own journey. Federer was just like a sprint, and then he just kind of stayed at the top with probably the two best players ever for many, many years, beating Novak in straight sets at 38 years old. I mean, he had an insane sprint, a 5 to 6 year period of dominance, which we still haven't seen the likes of from anybody. I don't know if we'll see it again. And then beating some of the best athletes in the world. And then, and then Rafa and Novak came along and his stats definitely went down. But also back in the day, people weren't winning slams past 30, 31 years old. So there's just a lot of things that go into it. And then the fact that Roger won 3 more slams later and got to world number 1 at 36 years old, becoming the oldest world number 1. Yeah. I mean, his stats went down, but there's context around a lot of it. Back to deuce. Good serve from KOOLHOF. And ALCARAZ misses the return long. Fed World, we weren't comparing careers, we were comparing good play styles. Yeah. Play styles, shot making ability. I would like to win a medal in tennis, beach volleyball, and gymnastics. Hell yeah. No, I love it, Max. I watch beach volleyball for educational purposes. I'm joking. Beach volleyball is great, and gymnastics is as well. Tennis. I'm excited. There's so many sports I want to watch. I'm trying to watch as many sports as possible. Swimming is fun. Oh, what a point here! Rafa nearly gets it, but there's so many sports that are like the track and field events as well. The high jump is super fun. Like the high jump getting broken by a couple weeks ago. The high jump record was broken by I forget her name. I always forget her name, but that Ukrainian 22-year-old woman who jumped almost 7 feet in the air over a pole. That was amazing. So I'm looking forward to a lot of those kind of events. I'm trying to watch as much as possible. I want to watch many sports as well. Yeah, exactly. You got it. I mean, the Olympics is on. We want to watch as much as possible. All right, second deuce here. Really enjoying shooting, archery, and all racket sports. Yeah, that's cool. Backhand, forehand volley of KOOLHOF. Backhand of Rafa stays low. Forehand, Rafa attacking KOOLHOF. And he gets through those walls. I was referring to how you were saying having a slam goal to chase makes a difference. Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean I guess he did pass Sampras and then his stats did go down. So yeah, it definitely helps. I think honestly, like you almost have to imagine the person that you don't know yet, who's going to be in the future, who's going to win 30 slams. Like you have to imagine that guy and be like, I'm going to try to win 30 slams. And Novak, I think it was very helpful for him in some ways that he was able to chase Rafa and Roger pretty much his entire career. Forehand of ALCARAZ, lob over GRIEKSPOOR, forehand to the forehand of ALCARAZ, attacks cross court. That's a big shot to 4-3, and what a roar from Carlos. Wow. Spanish party here at the French capital. 4-3 for Rafa and Carlos. And listen, I felt like that was going to happen. GRIEKSPOOR is a weakness at the net at the moment. And listen, when you're playing around with Carlos from the back of the court, he is so good at finding angles. And I just felt like GRIEKSPOOR was leaving too much room for error and too much space. Bit off topic. Do you plan to watch Deadpool and Wolverine? No, I'm not that interested. I'm not planning on watching it. My friend asked me the other day if I want to watch it with him, but I just don't really. Yeah, I'm not that interested. But all right, is that a movie you're looking forward to? I'm not really looking forward to that one that much. A blockbuster movie like that I do want to watch is Joker 2 when that comes out. Really eager to watch Deadpool and Wolverine. No, that's cool. What are the reviews though? I haven't heard great things, to be honest. Actually, it's got pretty good reviews, so that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe. Novak is fighting a future GOAT who will be able to play till 50 years old. Yeah. And that's what, yeah, exactly. And that's what you got to keep in mind. Like that guy. I know if I was playing tennis, I was in this kind of situation, I feel like I would just be like, I gotta keep going. Like, I gotta keep going. I almost have to do it for yourself, you know? Like, I don't know. I'm not speaking for me, but I'm just saying, like, you have to do it for yourself. Like, Novak, like, he needs to, if he wants to break records, then he needs to have a motivation deeper than breaking other people's records. He needs to, like, have a motivation of finding the best, like, doing the best possible records that he can do. That's the kind of mindset that you have to have. Best MCU movie since Endgame. That's cool to hear. So is it like Phase 5 now? I haven't watched I watched every single Marvel movie till I think like Multiverse of Madness, and then I checked out. Not because Multiverse of Madness was bad. That's actually probably my favorite Phase 4 movie, but I haven't really loved most of them since then, since Endgame. Shang-Chi was pretty good also, to be fair. I kind of like that one. Hope Carlos's leg all right from yesterday. Yeah, absolutely. I heard that was a problem as well. Novak faces Alki. I'm sure he'll lose. That's why Alki is my favorite Terminator. Yeah. Same. Well, I worry for Yannick. I mean, I believe in Sinner, and I think he's still going to win more slams and stuff. But Alcaraz is a problem. You know? But I like Carlos, too, to be fair. Backhand. It's too good. Alcaraz nearly got that, but too much pace of shot. Gets through the volley of Alcaraz. 50. Or wait, what happened there? It says 30 love. I thought I missed it. Okay, yeah, 15-0. They keep messing up on the score. I don't know who's in charge of the score. It might be somebody who doesn't even know about tennis because it's Olympics and stuff. But they need to get. I mean, they keep messing up the score on the scoreboard. Sure, Djokovic already feels a bit of pressure about how many Alcaraz is racking up. Maybe. It's a bad volley from Alcaraz into the net. I don't think he feels pressure yet, but I think it's more motivation for Novak. Sinner more slams than Alcaraz is a hoot take. No, I don't think he's going to win more slams than Alcaraz. That's not what I meant. Then it came off wrong. That's not what I meant to say. Alcaraz, listen, even when Sinner, okay, so I was saying for a long time, for like 3 years, Sinner is going to be a future world number one. He's going to win Grand Slams. But the whole time I was saying I think Alcaraz is going to be better. Even in like February this year, I was saying I still think Alcaraz is going to end up being better. That's not my take. I think Alcaraz, and I could also be wrong with that, but I think Alcaraz is going to win more slams than Sinner. That's not what I meant to say. I just meant Sinner is going to win more slams. Like, I don't think he's going to end up with one slam. I think he'll end up with at least 4. And he could get as many as like 6, 7, if not more than that, but at least 4. That's not what I meant to say. Like, if I say I think Medvedev will win more slams, I'm not just saying he's going to win more slams than Alcaraz. I'm just saying I think he might win another U.S. Open. That's another volley miss from Alcaraz. He's going to be disappointed by this game. I wish Sinner was playing in Paris for the Olympics. Yeah. He would have added a nice spice to the tournament. It's a big miss for the tournament that he's out. Rafa and Sinner are already not there. It's only Alcaraz and Djokovic now from the big names, you know? I root for Casper. I hope Casper can do something, to be honest. He got the win in 3 sets the other day. Casper kind of reminds me of Murray in some ways. So, Murray couldn't play. I'd like to see Casper do something. And also, this is his best chance at an Olympics, for sure, at Roland Garros. All right, serve here from Rafa. GRIEKSPOOR runs around to the forehand. Oh, he missed it, too. He's going to rue that. My mind goes crazy thinking how people make these MCU movies and detail connection stuff. I'm blown away. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool, I guess. I really liked it leading up into Endgame. Since then, it's kind of fallen off for me. But yeah, that part of it is cool. It's really crazy, but yeah, I did wish we had more blockbuster movies, like more blockbuster movies that are not related to like superhero and like same franchise and stuff, but like original ideas. But having the MCU, I don't mind the MCU. I haven't liked the movies as much recently. Backhand half volley, forehand, backhand volley. Not all very good. Very, very good. Gets to advantage. Yeah, it's like a Marvel nerd's dream come to life the last few years. Songa, yeah, he's a legend. I don't know. You can throw the word legend around a lot. I don't know, but he's awesome. Damon Alcaraz, yeah, got throw Zverev in there too. Yeah, I mean Zverev is a contender. Yeah, I mean listen, yeah, Zverev, Ruud, Tsitsipas, like yeah, they're big contenders at the event. It's a forehand miss from GRIEKSPOOR. GRIEKSPOOR is a big weakness right now on the court. Weakest of the 4 players right now is Tallon GRIEKSPOOR. And I say that as somebody who's GRIEKSPOOR is one of my favorite players, to be honest. He's one of my favorite lower tier players, but he is missing a lot of shots. Deadpool 1 is one of the best for me, so I expect a lot. I really liked the first Deadpool movie. It was very good. Rafa, vamos. Vamos. 5-3. But yeah, all the players who I got to speak to at Atlanta were very nice. Tiafa was very nice, very friendly with all the players. I got to see Ben Shelton. I was like literally inches away from Ben Shelton because I was in the media room, and there's only one time throughout the whole tournament that any professional player entered the media room, and this was the thing. Okay, so there's a room for the media. I was working as media interviewing players. There's a room for the media and like people working at the tournament, like public relations people. Like there's a room for those people. And I'll say after this point, but that's a great volley from Rafa. Backhand cross court is a good angle. Backhand. Oh, Rafa finds the space. Rafa finds the space. Listen, if you're gonna guard Rafa, you have to have the whole court filled up. You can't leave room. KOOLHOF left so much room there. You can't leave room. Rafa's going to take it up, and he's going to destroy. He's going to take it over. He's not coming to play this Olympics. He's not coming to play this Olympics. You better fear the forehand, the volley of Rafael Nadal. KOOLHOF left way too much room. Rafa's going to eat that up. 15-all. That goes out. Off the serve from GRIEKSPOOR. What a play from Rafa with those couple of shots. This is so fun, man. How is this real right now? Backhand of Rafa. Smash, but away. But anyway, okay, so there's only one time that any professional player entered the media room. It was Ben Shelton. And I was leaving the media room to check if it was still raining. There was rain throughout the whole week. There was like a window right outside the media room. There's no windows in the media room. So I went right outside to check if it was raining. And a couple of people working for the ATP in the tournament came in to the room right as I was leaving, and there's a third person behind them. And one of the ATP people, who I kind of got to know both of them, and kind of got to become friends with both of them, or at least know them. Maybe not friends isn't the right word, but to know them. And anyway, as ALCARAZ hits that return way out, so it's 40-15. And anyway, as I'm leaving, literally right as I leave I'm in the doorway, Ben Shelton is right here, entering the doorway right next to me, like wearing headphones and just like acting real nonchalant. So I'm like this, just exiting the doorway as Ben Shelton comes in. I'm like, okay, well, cool. This is the new life I'm living. And yeah, everybody was nice. Davidovich Fokina was nice. But Mattia Bellucci is the sweetest dude I've ever met in my life. You can see that in the interview as well. Shang is so nice. Jerry, I heard that he was super nice by David and by people who got to be at Wimbledon and stuff. So getting to have a few interviews with him was cool. What else? But yeah, just talking to players. Nishioka was cool. I like Nishioka. Who else? Render Kanesh was a little bit more subdued in his interview, but he wasn't, rude or anything. He was the first interview I did as well. Who else? Who else did I interview? Now I'm going on a blank. But Jordan Thompson was super nice to speak to. Who else? But yeah, it was very fun. All around, it was very fun. And obviously, Roddick and the Bryans. I also interviewed Sloane Stephens and Taylor Townsend. They were really cool. Like, honestly, like everybody was really cool. So I got to fist bump Isner. When I walked onto the court, I got to fist bump John Isner, which was really cool. It was sweet. I have a video of that too. Yeah, doing an on-court interview with Bryans and Roddick was the really cool thing. So, should anyone watch the opening ceremony? I couldn't because I was at the Atlanta Open. I liked an interesting concept the country's being introduced on a boat. Yeah, I saw it after the fact, but I saw Coco with LeBron and Rafa with the torch, and I saw everybody on the river. Awkward photos of Taylor Fritz. I got caught up. Our superhero movie is going to keep going for another 20 years, or will they take a break from it? It's going to slow down. Things change. In my opinion, that it's going to slow down. I have a feeling Musetti will be inspired, and on clay, he can beat Zverev and reach semis playing Novak if Novak gets there. I like it. I hope so. Nice to have Anthony getting media credentials. Yeah, I appreciate it, Max. Yeah, I want to go to more events and travel and stuff. It's super cool. So, Rafa going to get a gold if it kills him. Love it. Love it. Gonna die for it. Rafa's fighting till the end. Absolutely. Hello, NL037. Watching from Twitch. That goes out off the return. Back in return from KOOLHOF. Gives a bit of a yell. Definitely frustrated. Alcaraz, Rafa running away with it at the moment. Sorry for my English. I want to know what channel of Eurosport just saw this match. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not in Europe or anything. I'm in the US, so it's a different place to watch here. It's the only place I know to watch is Peacock, which is an American streaming service. So sorry, I don't know the answer to that one, but I hope you find the place to watch. Yep. Serve here from Alcaraz. It's in the net. Second serve. That goes in the ground. Rafa, the horsewoman, my two country are the highlights for me. Okay, Anthony, now ditch on the people you would ever speak to again. Cedric, I really wish I had those stories because I would tell them, but everybody was super nice, unfortunately. Unfortunately, everybody was super nice, so I don't have a player like that. Unfortunately, no. Everybody was too nice. I wish I had those stories. Those are more interesting. Serve here from Carlos. Down the road, I'll make a few. I'll make a few enemies down the road. I'll have some ops down the road. But not right now, unfortunately. There's no drama. There's no story. There's no, there's no clip. There's no drama. I think Alcaraz's singles chances of goal get just slightly hampered the further he goes in doubles. Just my opinion, not by a whole lot, just marginally. Yeah, that's fair. Thank you. I think Rafa and Carlos are the favorite in gold doubles, though. I've said that at the start of the stream. I've been saying it since the start of the year. They're unstoppable. They're unbeatable. Rafa and I really mean it. Rafa and Carlos playing doubles for their country at Roland Garros, like best of 3 sets. I don't know how you beat them. I don't care if you're like the best doubles team in the world. I just don't think you win. And I wouldn't say that with like Novak and Jannik. Jannik is not as good at doubles as Alcaraz is. Rafa and Novak is not as good at doubles as Rafa is. But Rafa and Carlos, yeah. It's a good win for a good first set win for Sinner. Is Sinner there? Is Jannik Sinner there? Not Sinner. My bad. Alcaraz and Rafa. Can you write the answer because I don't understand at all? Yeah, sure. I can type it in the chat. How's it going, Noah, as well? Anthony's wallet full of photos from the Atlanta event. Wow. I mean, listen, I have been going to the Atlanta tournament since I was like a kid. Anthony avoiding the enemies like the plague. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's some players like I'm not like, just as a fan, I'm not a huge fan of Francis, for example, Tiafo, but he was so nice in person and so friendly in person. So I don't have anything bad to say about any of the players, really. Last year, I almost had more stories, at least from some of the people who were working there, but everybody was super nice. I just got to be honest. But yeah. Rafa as expected. Yep. 6-4. One team is Kyrgios Kokkinakis, which I would say could have a good chance to beat these guys. But they are playing. Well, okay, no, I mean, listen, like Bob and Mike Bryan or somebody like they would probably win. Like there are other doubles teams like them, like in their prime that would beat Rafa and Carlos, maybe. But on clay, It doesn't get much better than this. I'll say that. One second. I'm very much in the dark. I'm gonna change my lighting real quick. Yo. Do they screen what questions you can ask beforehand? No, it was very nice. They don't screen them. I don't think it was like that at Wimbledon either. Like you can just ask you can just ask whatever questions, which is really cool. I was really enjoying it. I was really enjoying the interview process. I enjoy interviews anyway. I love interviews and getting to know about like different people and, you know, just different human beings and how their interests and how they operate and what they think. And obviously I'm interested in tennis and I feel like I've got a special connection to the sport, which is, I've enjoyed it since I was a kid. I love the sport. But I love interviews, you know, like live streams and play-by-play commentary is super fun. I love getting engaged in it. I like adding my takes and commentary and, you know, hopefully enhancing like the games in some ways. Like that's fun for me. And, you know, I'm not just like golf clap. Like there's some commentators I hate, right? Which are just like, oh, good shot. Like, bro, are you like excited or not? Are you watching the game? Like, oh, good shot there from like some guy will hit the greatest shot ever, or like it will be a very exciting moment, and it's like, oh, good shot there from Rafael. Like I'm bro, just react like a person, like or like a tennis fan, like just react a little bit, you know. So I operate from that level of I want to be better than those people. Like like that's a reason why like in like in some ways like having that kind of I don't know if like what's the right word, but seeing the things that some people do wrong and being emotional about it, being almost like angry at it, that's not always a bad thing because you can be like, I'm not going to do that, you know. That goes for a lot of things. So my thing is I want to do that in commentary. I also want to do that in interviews. Like when I do an interview, I hate people who just go up and it's like and just ask stuff like, oh, so Iga, you're not playing at the Olympics, right? Why are you not playing at the Olympics? And then one of the greatest athletes of our entire generation, who's worked her entire young life to in ways that are unimaginable, has to sit there and answer, yeah, I'm playing the Olympics, because why the hell would I not be playing the Olympics? It's on clay, which is my best service. Our Roland Garros is my best tournament, which everybody knows, by the way. Like, that's what I want to not do, you know? I want to come in there with knowledge, know a little bit what I'm talking about, actually be interested in what the players are saying. Because it's all about the players and the fans, but it's about the players, you know? So, like, my whole thing is, like if you guys know Nardwar, let me know if you know Nardwar in the chat. But if you know, like, Nardwar, like, these are just modern examples of it. But, like, Nardwar, like, Sean Evans hot ones. Like, they're like, obviously in the entertainment business, they're silly, whatever. But anybody who watches those shows, y'all know they're like some of the best interviewers out right now, because they're it's almost creepy how much they know about the person that they're interviewing. That's what I kind of want to be in tennis, like almost like creepy how much I know about the players. That sounds super fun for me. So that is super fun. Have interviews that like seem like it aligns with what those players are really interested in, make them feel comfortable, get interesting replies out of them, what it really is to be like a top athlete in the world and top tennis player on the tour. And yeah, anyway, those are some of my thoughts. Madden Carlos and Sinner switching bodies like the movie Freaky Friday. I mean, yeah, that would be kind of weird. wouldn't it? Sinner would suddenly be hitting between the leg shots and most ridiculous shots ever. Carlos would break Yannick's body. Let's be fair. If Carlos didn't know he was in Yannick's body, then he would just Yannick would fall apart. That goes out. So 30-15. Good, decent start here for GRIEKSPOOR and KOOLHOF. Yeah, Carlos would want to switch back, and Sinner would be like, no way. That's out. Yeah, it was a late call, but it looked way out, right? That definitely looked out. It is out. It is called out. By the way, it looks like the chair umpire is wearing a Ghostbusters uniform. Is it just me? Kind of looks like that a little bit. I don't know. It's a hard question. I'm sure all channels are into all kinds of events. Maybe you should check Tennis TV or Apple. I saw a tweet saying that Carlos is rocking Winnie the Pooh look. I'm laughing now. That's good. Yeah, it is kind of like that. It's a good hold there from GRIEKSPOOR and KOOLHOF. It's 1-0 now in the second set for KOOLHOF and GRIEKSPOOR. Love. I got the feeling that some crazy point is about to happen from ALCARAZ and Rafa's side. Let's see. I hope so. It definitely seems like they're big favorites to win this in straight sets. They've been by far the better players in this match so far. I almost feel like the first set shouldn't have been 6-4. Like, there are so many close games that they also could have won throughout that set. I feel like it was more like a 6-2 set than 6-4, to be honest, in my opinion. Lob, forehand of GRIEKSPOOR. Finds the space down the line, but he pushes it long. GRIEKSPOOR is really the weak link on the court. I saw one tweet where Rafa had a Happy Friday ID badge, like a big McDonald's fries. Super cute and funny. That's cool. Not stalkerish. Not stalkerish, creepy. Yeah. Backhand of Rafa, the forehand of GRIEKSPOOR. It's in the net. 40 love. I will be watching the Murray match right after this. Once again, I think it's the first doubles match I'm doing for the channel. I don't remember doing one before. I feel like I would have, though, so I don't really remember for sure, but I think it's the first one. I guess what other situation would have happened where I would watch a doubles match? Like, was there any? I'm trying to think, but I don't think there would have been. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is the first doubles match I'm doing for the channel, and I'm doing 2 back-to-back. I'm doing this one, then I'm doing the Andy Murray match. By the way, scores so far today. We've had Fritz beat Jack Draper in 3 sets. Musetti beat Navone. Navone Ojealicin beat Martyrer. That's a good win for FAA. Very straightforward win. Hope that he can find some really good form going into his best part of the season later this year. Zverev beat Mahach. Pyron beat Wawrinka. Tommy Paul beat Menzik. About for the ladies. Kerber beat Fernandez. That's a great one for Kerber. Zhang beat Navarro. Collins beat Osorio in a tight 3-setter. That was a really weird scoreline. Coco's out to Vekic is the big news from today. Krajicova beats Svitolina. Knew that was going to be a close match. Knew that would be close. 6-4 in the third for Krajicova. Continuing good form after Wimbledon. Sakkari out to Kostyuk because Maria Sakkari. And Paolini is out to Schmidlova, which is another big upset over the Roland Garros finalist and Wimbledon finalist. Frickin' Sakkari. And she'll still be top 10 in the world forever. It's okay, listen, I'm so for real. It's going to be 50 years from now, Maria Sakkari, we're going to be like, is she even playing? And she's going to be like number 9 in the world. Just like comfortably number 9 in the world. And it's no hate to Sakkari. I want to see her doing well, but she just can't win anything. Like, she should be one of the top players in the world. Hope Center is 100% healthy for Canada. I'm going to be honest. I'm hoping for a Sinner Alcaraz U.S. Open final. That would be the perfect way to end off this year. I so want that. Or Medvedev. I want one of two things. I either want Medvedev to win the U.S. Open or I want a Sinner Alcaraz final. Honestly, Novak winning number 25 would be kind of fun as well. In some ways, it would be pretty fitting because he would be the first person to defend the U.S. Open since Federer. We kind of started this Big Three era with Federer defending 5 back-to-back U.S. Opens. Then we'd end it with Djokovic potentially winning the last Grand Slam of the Big Three ever. And he would do it by defending the first U.S. Open, like being the first person to defend the U.S. Open since Federer in 2008. So that'd be kind of neat. But also, I want him to get 25 so that Margaret Court is not even like mentioned because it would be it's constantly annoying. She shouldn't be anyway for multiple reasons, but not to say that she's not a great player. I'm just saying, so. Wait, so Sinner is not playing here. So if Alki wins, he's number 1 in the world again, or Novak? I don't think it has anything to do with rankings, right? Because there are no ranking points here. So I'm pretty sure no Sinner will still maintain his number 1 in the world ranking no matter what happens. Yeah, he should, because there are no ranking points. So the only players who are going to really have their rankings impacted a lot this week who are in the top 20 in the world are Andrei Rublev and Ben Shelton. Because Rublev and Shelton are both playing Washington. Nothing to do with this match, but let me know in the chat. Give me your best memory of an Andy Murray match. Give me the best memory related to Andy Murray. It doesn't even have to be a match or just a moment with Murray. Your most memorable, fun moment with Murray, because we might have his last match of his playing career coming up next. So let's get those memories in, those matches in. Well, my most memorable moment is the first match I ever watched on TV. His comeback against Gasquet, and specifically one point The most famous one from that match where Gasquet hit this backhand volley cross court, and Murray, like right near where the crowd is on the side, hit this amazing passing shot winner. And I remember as a kid seeing him celebrate. My dad was like, he's coming back, and I remember that. So that was the most memorable for me. I will also mention Murray Del Potro Davis Cup was a very, 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 very underrated match. So those two for me. But I've really liked Murray ever since I was a kid. I'm not a fan of Margaret Court either. Yeah. Just people absolutely yelling in the crowd. Can't even. It's so loud. All right, 15 love for your Alcaraz to serve. Back in return from GRIEKSPOOR, it's in the net. I want to know the stats of like the errors from GRIEKSPOOR, and like let me see if it has it. What is this? Okay, this I don't think this is accurate, but this is hilarious. If that's accurate, then that's insane. But I don't think they've hit one winner. Surely not. Doesn't really even make much sense. They haven't hit a lot, to be fair. It's a good get from Alcaraz. Forehand, that goes out, inside out. This is great. I guess this includes both Rafa and Alcaraz. This is phenomenal. Like, this is unbelievable. For a doubles team, this seems crazy. Penetrating serve seems a little bit, it's not as important on a clay court, but it's still very good to have. You're not going to have as much first strike winning or +1 winning on clay, but still. GRIEKSPOOR's there at the backhand slice, backhand smash, another one from Rafa. That goes out. KOOLHOF and GRIEKSPOOR just putting their arms up in the air. Like, listen, Rafa and Carlos are playing well, but GRIEKSPOOR and KOOLHOF are just playing really poorly, to be honest. That's just my opinion. They're playing really poorly. Like, really poorly. 2-2. Like, KOOLHOF and GRIEKSPOOR just cannot, like, those stats kind of showed for themselves, but they're not doing well. I don't think that stat was necessarily accurate fully, the one winner, but still. Probably not far off. Backhand lob. That's good. Forehand lob, GRIEKSPOOR. Rafa gets with the swing volley. Forehand volley. That goes out as well. I mean, why would you even go for that? You finally have a winning position in the court, and you miss the volley. I think Alcaraz and Rafa are about to run away with this because this is not looking good. My feeling is they're about to run away with this. Who are they playing next? Let me look up the draw. Oh, wow. What volley skills and reactions from Rafa at the net. Absolute wall there. Wow. That's going to be a tough team in the next round. Like, listen, this might not even be good preparation for their next match. Alcaraz and Rafa are going to play Kryjek and Ram, who are some of the best doubles players in the world. So it's only tougher from here on out for Alcaraz and Rafa. That might be their toughest match of the whole tournament. But let's see. I don't know. Like Raji Fram, let's see. Like what are his results on clay courts? Like I don't think clay is like his best surface though. Yeah, his best result at clay is quarterfinals. He's been to the quarterfinals on 5 occasions, which is pretty good to be fair. Quarterfinals 5 times, but yeah, everywhere else he's done at least semifinals. I'd assume that's the same thing for Krajicek as well. For obviously Americans, which is part of the reason I'm just like, they're probably not that great on clay. But also, I kind of remember Ram just never does as well there. Okay, no, well, Krajicek has won the French Open before. So Krajicek actually has had a good result at the French, which will help. Krajicek was playing with Dodig. Yeah, that's usually his partner, yeah. Krajicek and Dodig, though, they were scraping through that tournament. They played a lot of close matches. But it's a good win at the end of the day for them. In that tournament, that was last year. I didn't remember that. Krajicek's only major title came at the French. So anyway, that should be a difficult one the next match. 30-all, big point here for GRIEKSPOOR and for KOOLHOF, their chances. Just doesn't seem like it's their day, in my opinion. Great serve down the tee. Smash, KOOLHOF. That's too good. Good point. Solid. Hey, what's up, Jera? Usual suspects in the chat. Hey, yeah, absolutely. A lot of the same people. Just cool. Favorite homegirl. How can I not remember? Damn it. She's the queen of the other channel. Nice. It's nice that Roger won an Olympic gold medal in doubles back 2008 with Stan. Yeah, and Rafa won a doubles medal in 2016 with Mark Lopez. So, but yeah, that 2008 one was special, beating the Bryans as well in the semis. Four into GRIEKSPOOR, 4 into Rafa. Oh, I don't like that miss though. That's a good miss from Rafa. He went big there with a forehand inside out, trying to go for a pass. He didn't quite have the range on that forehand, but still, good miss. He's scheduled to go to any other tournaments this year. I'm not scheduled to. Well, I'm going to the U.S. Open, but we weren't able to get media this year for the U.S. Open, which is unfortunate. So that's unfortunate. But I am going to go to the U.S. Open, which should be fun. Yeah, I'm going on September 3rd and 5th. So if you're also going to the U.S. Open, definitely let me know. We should say hey. It'd be fun. Follow the tennis mostly and handball a little. Nice. Yeah, I mean, the handball is a great sport as well. I was just talking to somebody about handball. Thought I'd slept through NADAL ALCARAZ. Happy to see I made it for the second set. Love it. Love it, love it. Oh, yeah, Rafa won an Olympic gold medal for doubles. How can I not remember? Everybody always forgets it. But yeah, Roger won the Olympic doubles golds. Murray won the Olympic singles twice. Rafa won the singles and the doubles. And Novak has nil. No. Novak sat in the corner like, I don't have a gold medal. I just have every other record you could possibly think of in tennis forever. I don't have gold. I just have 24 slams. Damn it. Novak's just sat in the corner like, no gold. This is the year. If Novak's going to get it, this is the year. It's a big if, though. Alcaraz wants to be a problem. Also, Medvedev, by the way. Medvedev seems to be, and Zverev, but Medvedev seems to be the guy who, whenever you least expect him to do something, he just wrecks everything. So, honestly, I would be far from surprised if Medvedev just randomly beats Novak here. And Medvedev's playing, right? Yeah, he is, yeah. I don't want to say that Medvedev's not playing. He's in the draw, no? I can't remember who he's playing. Yeah, he is. He's playing Offner or whatever. That's pretty crazy. We're already almost in the round of 16 of the tournament. Which doesn't seem, I don't know, just 16 players left. I wasn't able to watch like the first 3 days. This feels like the first day of the tournament to me in some ways, to be honest. Yeah, Medvedev could have FA next. That could be tough, to be fair. That could be a good match. Medvedev FA played an absolute classic in Australia a few years ago. Underrated match. But yeah, Casper, I think, might be too much for Medvedev. Well, listen, Cerundolo could beat Casper. That's not out of the question either. Just beat Humbert. Who doesn't love clay, to be honest. But Cerundolo could beat Casper, and then he could beat Medvedev. Or Medvedev could beat Cerundolo. I don't know. We'll see. Although if Medvedev beats Djokovic, he would have to do it in the final. So that seems rather unlikely. At Paris, Roland Garros. So it seems unlikely anyway, but it's kind of funny to think about. Lob, smash Carlos. That's too good. Goes right at Koolhof, but that's the right play. Go right at him. Novak bronze. Did he win bronze? I don't remember him having any medal. He's only played like bronze medal matches. Is that right? Oh, maybe he won bronze in 2008 when he lost to Rafa in the semis. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. I think maybe he won bronze there. Is that right? I believe you, though. Bronze. Yeah, bronze in 2008. And then got fourth place twice. Lost to Carreno Busta and to Del Potro. That goes out on the backhand cross court from GRIEKSPOOR. GRIEKSPOOR just way below his best. But hopefully he wins this year. Yeah, it would be cool to see. It would be cool to see him have everything in the sport. Novak crying after losing Del Potro. That was tough to watch, and I'm a massive Del Potro fan. That was really tough to watch. That was kind of around the time I really started appreciating Novak. I like the Rio 2016 Olympics. Might be my favorite tennis tournament ever. I was having the time of my life watching that one. Then Murray getting the win at the end of the day for the second time in a row. Honestly, I think 2012 Australian Open was like a better tournament. But in my time watching tennis, I think that's the best tennis event I've seen. The endlessly amazing shot-making matches, everything about it was amazing. That tournament was special. Underrated. One of the best tennis tournaments I've seen. The 2012 Olympics were quite good as well. The only exception was Tokyo, which absolutely sucked. Then it wasn't even played in 2020. It was 2021. It's called the 2020 Olympics. It was in 2021. Also, it was hot as hell. So many of the seeds got upset early. Even Medvedev. And remember, this is on hard court. So it was just a weird tournament. But the Olympics are usually amazing. Even Beijing was amazing. Every Olympics since 2008, even 2004, I've heard was amazing. Like, the Olympics are always a great tennis tournament. Another reason we should consider it a big event. Only after Tokyo, people are like, oh, Olympics sucks. Like, it shouldn't be a big tournament. Bro, Tokyo was the only exception. Every other Olympics was amazing for tennis. Particularly Rio, in my opinion. Great tournament. That's a bad volley from Rafa, and he knows it too. Gets the deuce. Doesn't want to let the other team feel like they have any chance. They've just kind of managed to stick around here, GRIEKSPOOR and Koolhof. They're at deuce here. Nadal knows he doesn't want to give them any kind of a chance because they can play better than this. And if they start picking up confidence, they can play better than this. And you never know with Rafa and Carlos. It's not like they have the experience in the doubles playing 3-set matches, you know? I will watch Cerundolo and Casper if they play each other. Yeah, me too. Medi versus who? Sebastian Offner, who's like the highest ranked player that very few have heard of. I wish I was more enthusiastic for the Winter Olympics. Yeah, me too. I always am super excited for summer, but never for winter. Didn't know there was Summer Olympics. I learned about the Winter Olympics first. That's fair, though. As somebody, from Norway, that makes sense, I guess. Novak became overwhelmed playing singles, doubles, and mixed doubles in Tokyo. Yeah, and then he withdrew from the mixed, which is my least favorite thing that Novak has done. I didn't like that he did that. And I'm a Novak fan, but I didn't like that he did that. He withdrew from the mixed doubles bronze medal match. So, so many people would kill to be part of that match. Have a chance at a bronze medal. Forehand volley. Oh, Carlos is there. Oh, my God. That touch is out of this world. Big vamos as they get to 3-3. This is so fun, man. This is sporting history. It's sports generations collide. Not collide. It's sports generations. They meet as one. Rafa and Carlos. In only purely good spirits. I mean, the fist, it's just special, man. It's just special. Appreciate it. Take it in. There's nothing else to say. If you don't realize how crazy and special this is, then you're missing out. That's all I got to say. This is like one of the most notable sporting moments, in my opinion, of the last, I don't know, 3-5 years. Carlos and Rafa are potentially will become two of the best athletes to ever play any sport. So to have them together on a team at Roland Garros playing for at the Olympics, you have to appreciate it. Because they could have just played singles. They're playing doubles together. That's special. They happen to be from the same country. Smash from Rafa. That's too good. Offners from Austria, yep. After Tokyo lost the U.S. Open, then parted ways with coach Marion. Marion said he advised Novak not to play the Olympics because he was too tired for the U.S. Open. He didn't listen. Yeah, well, I didn't mind Novak playing the Olympics. I feel like Novak wouldn't regret playing the Olympics either, even if that did cost him the calendar slam. I don't know. I haven't heard Novak say one way or another, but I feel like Novak would have regretted more had he not played, and then he would have gone with that regret going to the U.S. Open. That's not much better, is it? So Novak really prioritizes the Olympics, as he should. Volley from GRIEKSPOOR is very good. ALCARAZ is there. That was nearly ridiculous, but it's in the net. 15-all. I remember playing the game Mario and Sonic Olympics for Vancouver 2010. Yeah, that's fun. Hope I can come to Norway one day. Yeah, I hope I can come down there too, because I got to. Norway seems cool. Literally. I gotta go too. Oh my god! Rafa doing Rafa things. Huge forehand return. That's one to remember. Shot heard around the world. $15.30. Shot heard around the world. Wow, what a shot. Anthony, Manchester right now, if you know where that is. I know where Manchester is, David. But hey, what's up? Good to have you in here. You know where that is. Hope you guys are all enjoying the Olympics. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's fun. I'm going to be calling Murray after this too. So this is the first doubles match I'm doing. We were just talking about doing doubles play-by-play. The first doubles I'm doing for the for a quality shot, and then I've got Murray after this. So yeah, I appreciate it. Hopefully you're doing well as well. Novak should listen to Marion. I don't think so. I like Novak's decision. I mean, he was close. I mean, he was up a set and a break on Zverev. Had he won that, he might have won the whole thing. I think Novak would have regretted more had he not played. Sometimes you got to make the hard decision. I mean, to Novak, I think he would have preferred winning the Olympics, maybe even to the calendar slam. Like, it just depends on Novak. And even if that's not true, I feel like he would have preferred to play. Who know? I mean, Novak wouldn't even know for sure that he'd be playing in 2024, let alone be competitive in 2024, you know? He might have seen that as his last chance. Novak would rather play the Olympics. That's the ultimate dream. Yeah, exactly. That's what he prioritizes. And I have to respect that. It's a game point here for KOOLHOF and for GRIEKSPOOR. Hour and a half played so far. A lot of long games. That's a forehand error into the net from ALCARAZ. All right, I'm going to hop off. I'll be back in a minute. I'll be back for this next game. Did you see Coco's loss? Yeah, that was unfortunate. I didn't expect it. Donna Vekic is one of those players that she is. Well, I mean, she just got to the Wimbledon semis, right? Had that incredible match against Paolini. But she's dangerous. I mean, she beat Sabalenka earlier this year. Vekic has got to be one of the like most notable dark horse players, right? So that was unfortunate to see. I hope she can really kind of get some, what's the word, justice, or not justice, what's the word, some revenge, I guess, in the doubles. But yeah, unfortunate. I don't know. It's not been Coco's best year, has it? Which is fine, but it's not been her absolute top best year. To follow up what she did at the end of last year. Only saw the scoreline for Coco. I'm sad she lost, but she's also playing doubles mixed. I hope she can win a medal. Yeah, absolutely. Goes out from Carlos. Big yells from Koolhof and GRIEKSPOOR. They're looking for a break right here. Some people will be homesick if their employers didn't show the Olympics. Yeah, the Olympics is a big moment. It's a huge moment for so many sports. I'm hoping that Padel can get into the Olympics soon, because it is that is one of the best sports. I saw that it has a chance of getting into the Summer Olympics soon. It deserves to be there. What a sport! Oh, big swinging volley right from Rafa, right at Koolhof's feet. Great shot. It was a great backhand from Carlos to keep it at neutral, and then it popped up for Rafa. Not even at neutral, but it kept it low to GRIEKSPOOR, who popped it up to Rafa. Great little flick there from Carlos. Those are the kind of things you don't think about, but it's kind of shots like that, sometimes more than just like a spectacular between the leg shot or, like some spectacular running forehand or something. Like sometimes it's a little shot like that that really makes the difference in winning a match than losing it, and that's really impressive too. 40-15. Do feel like Koolhof and GRIEKSPOOR have slightly raised their level, and which is good for them because they've also managed to stay close here. So we could at least get a close second set scoreline, like a 7-5 or 7-6, even if they don't win the set. We'll see. Juan Carlos, that's in the net, cross court. Yeah, how are you doing, David? I just obviously just did all of the Atlanta Open stuff, which was absolutely insane. That's so fun. Talking to all the players and stuff. Like I got to meet Tiafo, and Tiafo is a character. I didn't know what to expect. I've had differing opinions on Tiafo as a fan. Like, not always been a huge fan, but he was very nice as a person, friendly as a person, and I got to meet a lot of players, so that was cool. Obviously, Roddick and the Bryans as well. Roddick was very sarcastic, which was his thing. But everybody was nice, and what a great opportunity. It was very fun. But so much rain throughout the whole week. Every night I was coming back home at like 2 a.m. because of like rain. It rained every single day. It literally rained every single day. That's not usual Atlanta weather, but it was raining every single day. I got home from the final at 3 a.m. Literally more than that. It was like 4:30 a.m. The final ended at 3 a.m. The doubles final. Insane. I don't know if that's the latest finish for an ATP 250 event ever, or at least for the final, but has to be up there. I was there watching courtside. I got to give the last interview question in Atlanta Open history, which was exciting. Which in part was really the last thing that ever happened in Atlanta Open history was my question and the player answering it. So that was right after the trophy ceremony. So yeah, that's crazy. But it was fun. The Atlanta Open was super fun. I'm excited for more opportunities like that. Very excited for that. All right, it's a break point here for GRIEKSPOOR and Koolhof. They've done well to just stay in the fight. That's something that GRIEKSPOOR does very well, and Koolhof has been a top player in doubles for a reason, playing with Middle Coop. All right, here we go. Big point here. Let's see how clutch Alcaraz can be on this serve. Not very clutch. Kick serve hits the top of the tape and goes wide. Second serve, big moment here. All focus on this 4-3 advantage point. Goes down. A big yell from Carlos. That was a very good second serve. GRIEKSPOOR will wish he made it in. Very solid serve. Incredible kick on it. And it was too much for GRIEKSPOOR. Big vamos from both. This is just something special. It's called out on the serve. Second serve here. Oh, by the way, this could be Rafa's last match at Roland Garros. I just thought about it. I didn't think about it until now. But whenever Rafa loses or wins the tournament or whatever his last match here with Alcaraz is, that could be his last match he'll ever play at Roland Garros. That's something that I didn't even think about. So I'm calling two doubles matches. The first one is this one, which could be the last match of Rafa's Roland Garros career. And then I'm watching Murray, which could be the last match of Murray's entire career. I'm hoping it's not the case in both scenarios. Here, I feel like Alcaraz and Rafa should win for sure. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like they should win. Lob. Rafa's there, doesn't even have to hit it because it's back on GRIEKSPOOR and KOOLHOF's side. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. Musetti Fritz should be a great match in the round of 16 of the tournament. By the way, most of the round 16 matches don't seem that competitive. That one should be good. Volley Rafa put away, gets to advantage. Djokovic Kopfer. I mean, they played a 3-set match in Rome a few years ago, but I don't expect that to be a huge, major challenge. Zverev, Papirin. I mean, I don't know. Ruud Cerundolo should be good. They are playing. FA Medvedev could be good. But, yeah, I don't know. The quarterfinal matches should be quite good. Alcaraz versus Tommy Paul could be one, although I expect Alcaraz to win. Casper versus either Medvedev or FAA could be a good one, although I expect Casper to win. Musetti Zverev could be a quarterfinal. Tsitsipas Djokovic could be a quarterfinal, although Djokovic holds Tsitsipas's number, so I don't know how much I'd expect from Tsitsipas there. But he's I never want to fully count out Steph at the French, because Steph at the French Open is the real deal. He can play quite good tennis here. Good hold from Rafa and Carlos, by the way. Novak. That's up Zoza. We'll see what Novak can do in this tournament. Saw Spanish interview with Rafa after his first match here. Said something like, "There's no talk about me retiring. There's for sure, as in retiring from tennis in general." Yeah, why do people keep talking about Rafa retiring? People keep saying, "Oh, he's a like boy who cries wolf." Like, he hasn't mentioned specifically even once that he's retiring. People hear whatever they want to hear. He hasn't said once specifically, "I'm retiring." Rafa standing way close on the return, and at GRIEKSPOOR, it's the double fault long. I don't understand players skipping the Olympics. It's not like it's yearly. Yeah, it's stupid. It's not an annual tournament. Like Ben Shelton, like somebody like him who's like 20 years old, I kind of get it because he doesn't like clay and he's focusing on defending for the U.S. Open, and he's gonna have chances to play probably 3 or 4 more Olympics, or maybe 3 more Olympics. But that's a smash put away from Koolhof. Good shot, 15-all. But for the most part, I totally agree. Yeah, 100% agree. As long as he enjoys tennis, he should play. Yeah, exactly. Now, I don't know necessarily I'd love a Venus Williams kind of situation where Rafa is just not winning a lot, but I don't think we're going to see that. And also, I mean, Venus can keep playing as long as she wants to. I'm of that opinion. She brings eyes whenever she plays, and she's an absolute all-time great and legend of the game. And she still had some great wins, like over Camila Giorgi. She beat Kudermetova right after she was in the top 10. She had a great 3-setter versus Ostapenko. This was last year. So I don't know. As long as these legends enjoy playing, I think they should play. I agree with you. Why not? They keep bringing eyes to the game, which we need, and they enjoy it, and we enjoy it. 6 points away now, Alcaraz and Rafa. Carlos and Rafa. Make sure to tune in for the Murray match. I'm going to be commentating that one here. And like I said, the first professional match I ever watched was Murray versus Gasquet in 2008 on grass. So it'll probably be emotional for me now doing a commentary stream, watching Murray maybe play his last one. We'll see if Murray can get the win, and I have some belief. I mean, I'd like to see him get it, but anyway, that's going to be on after this. So 5 points away now. Alcaraz and Rafa. Double break point. Let's see where Rafa could do. I would not want to be serving into Rafa's return right now. That's a great ace from GRIEKSPOOR. Solid right down the tee. 30-40. If I was a talented athlete, I'd definitely go to the Olympics. Yeah. I feel like Rafa will not announce in advance. He'd probably say after a very decisive match. Yeah, maybe. It could be more his speed. Everybody has a different way to retire. Hope he had lots of time to unwind between the Atlanta Open and commentating matches. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, yesterday was a rest day for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I might take a break tomorrow, maybe even the day after, and then maybe I'll just go all in for like the rest of the week after that. I feel like I've been pretty good at biding my time and taking breaks, but I'm a bit tired. I'm not going to lie, very tired. But it's okay. I would have been watching these matches anyway, especially Murray. I want to watch that whole Murray match in full. No doubt. I am no doubt watching that one in full. I want to, for sure. That's why I'm frustrated Shelton, Korda, Rublev decide not to. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. So another good serve from GRIEKSPOOR. Goes down the tee yet again. He's been going to that backhand because you don't want to go to that Rafa forehand a whole lot, but that's a good play twice in a row. I remember Andy Murray won the US Open back 2012. That was nice to see. I was so excited for Andy. I've always loved watching Murray, man. I've always loved it, dude. He's so talented. He's so smart. He's so strategic. He loves the game. I love the passion he brings. He's always been so good, just right there, the underdog, fighting for UK fans, and he has a great personality. He's very funny. Man, I'm a big Murray fan, and just seeing him get it done then, after losing 4 finals, it was so nice. Hell yeah. I think Rublev's having surgery to fix his throat. His mom said as much. Well, no, he's in Washington, so he's not. Rublev could have played like Medvedev. He was on the list as a neutral. Yeah, exactly. Was that the match where James Bond watched? I don't remember. I don't remember. Are you talking about Daniel Craig or something? But yeah, 5-4 now. GRIEKSPOOR and KOOLHOF pull ahead. I'm glad that Murray got the win, that Nishikori Daniel win. Now I feel like I honestly wasn't that content with the Murray retirement. Something about it felt off. And you have to accept what reality is, but it was so deserved for Murray to have one more kind of a win like that right before the end. And yeah, at this point I feel pretty happy with it. And he can say his dues. He can say his goodbye for sure. He did so much. So yeah. And then I didn't know. Thanks. Yeah. So he can definitely he definitely could have played. I don't know why Rublev didn't play, but Yeah, he's in Washington. He's like by far the top seed in Washington, Jera. Who will be the new Bond? Wasn't it announced? I don't remember. You know who'd be good? Like Idris Elba. But I don't know if he's like, I don't know. I always thought he'd be quite good. Who is the new one? Forehand, the backhand volley of Alcaraz, forehand lob, smash from Carlos. Backhand GRIEKSPOOR is there. Good shot. Forehand. Forehand GRIEKSPOOR, complete miss hit. Alcaraz stamina, unstoppable. Awesome. What a shot there from Alcaraz. How do you do that? I want to see that again. Here, this kind of half volley swing shot. I don't know how you half volley drive off the forehand, very flat. I like Tom Hardy. Yeah, Tom Hardy is great. Wait. I get confused between Tom Hardy and Tom Brady. Yeah, fair enough. Tom Hardy is one of the best actors, there's no doubt. Mad Max Fury Road is amazing. I mean, he's been in a lot of great films. Wow, what a shot. 40 love. Yeah, Tom Hardy could be good. I like Michael Fassbender or Henry Cavill. Yeah, Superman. Yeah, maybe some of those could be good. Some of them might be too old though. Well, we just had Indiana Jones be 150 years old, and so we could have an old James Bond. I think that's the cool thing now. It would be super sick if like all of the superheroes that just super old people. Like we need to get that happening. That's true entertainment. You know what I mean? Or like Olympics for like old people. Like the age minimum 60 years old. Like that would actually be really impressive. Have people of that age, the best players, the best people of that age. That's actually not a bad idea. Olympics, but everybody has to be minimum like 60 or 70 years old. That'd be pretty good. That'd be fire. Because that's when it's really impressive. Like the people who have like a disadvantage, like that's when it gets really like impressive, like what people can do athletically. Like it's impressive anyway, but backhand volley Alcaraz, that goes out. 40-15. We need old people Olympics. That's what I'm vying for. Vote for me. We need old people Olympics. I like the first 3 Indiana Jones movies I watched in film studies. Yeah, the Raiders of the Lost Ark is one of the best movies ever. I love that movie. Those are classics. I just love watching those movies. Like Raiders of the Lost Ark, Alien. I would even like say like The Goonies. I love The Goonies. Not really in the same vein of movie, but I love that movie. It's an adventure film. That's a great volley from Alcaraz, 5-5. Alcaraz puts his fist in the air. You know why this is getting attention, though? Especially Alcaraz and Rafa playing doubles, because it's so easy to root for them as a single unit. You know what I mean? It's easy. People like a team that they can root for. Like, oh, who's your favorite team? Oh, I like the Celtics. You know? Like, I like the Green Bay Packers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the teams that you like to root for. Doubles would get a lot more attention and respect if if it was much more easy to like categorize teams, and if the players themselves could get attention. Like if we could, you know, categorize teams better. Like maybe instead of like GRIEKSPOOR and KOOLHOF, they should have a different name. like the Green Bay Packers. You know what I mean? Like maybe they should be called like I don't know, but like Netherlands Warriors, or I don't know, like something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like that way we would do that, you know? Like I feel like that, because doubles, I think, is sometimes the reason it's hard to root for teams is because they're so, I don't know. It's hard to categorize the teams and the players that are playing it, if that makes any sense. Like it's easy to root for like, I don't know, like a basketball team from your city, but like doubles, like it's two guys who are very different from one another. I don't know. I don't know if that made any sense, but anyway, it's 15 love here for GRIEKSPOOR and KOOLHOF. Serve here. Getting late stages of the second set. What a return from ALCARAZ, forehand volley. Oh, he's on top of him. It's too good. That's that killer mindset right on top of GRIEKSPOOR there. He said to Tallon, listen, you're not getting in my way. You're meat right in the way. Get out of the way. Or I'm going to pass you with this ball. Carlos said, get out of the way. Get out of the way. 15 all. Get out of the way. Forehand. Set out. Forehand. Cross court. Forehand of Rafa. Forehand of KOOLHOF. That's in the net. 15-30. This is the chance. And both Carlos and Rafa feel it. This is the chance to get away from GRIEKSPOOR and KOOLHOF, who've done a great job of just sticking around, but they've definitely been the worst pair today. Carlos and Rafa have been really good again. Still definitely room for improvement, but they've been good all around. I think it comes down to like little things in doubles and doubles experience and kind of finding ways to convert on the break points and win the right points. But it's all little things. Like they're going to get better with experience. Like this is a good experience as well. If they can get through Ram and Krychek, then that could be the absolute massive one in the next round. If they could get through Ram and Krychek, that would be the big one. Rafa with the forehand, the top of the net. You don't see Rafa miss many forehands like that. Oh, what a shot. Shot ALCARAZ, 30-40. Hey, what's up, Ghost? Hola, hermanos y hermanas. Ghost, I didn't know that now that I'm back streaming, you would only be speaking in Spanish, but that's a different thing I need to get used to. That's a different reality I need to get used to. You're just going to be speaking Spanish comments. Got to go on Duolingo, learn some Spanish. What's up? I'm a different man now, Ghost. I've interviewed Andy Roddick and the Bryans. Things are different now. Listen, when you come to the streams, things are different now. It's a different ballgame now. All right, serve here from KOOLHOF. That's in the net. Big point here for ALCARAZ and Rafa to really to break away here. Serve. Back into Carlos, a lob. What a shot. Back in volley. Rafa's there. Smash. It's too good. It's in the crowd. Even ALCARAZ can't get to that. Is ALCARAZ in the deuce court or the ad court? I'm away from TV at the moment. He's in the ad court. Good work in Atlanta, by the way, Anthony. Yeah, I appreciate that, Ghost. Thank you. Enjoyed those interviews. Thank you, Ghost. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's another one that we haven't uploaded yet, but I interviewed a couple of I interviewed the doubles guys, Lemons and Withrow. I said this earlier on stream, but I actually asked the last question in Atlanta Open history at 3 in the morning. There's a giant rain delay. They started the doubles match at like 1 a.m. I was watching their courtside, like right there courtside. It's a good serve from KOOLHOF. They're getting to advantage. They're doing a good job sticking around in this one. But I did the last press conference at Atlanta Open history. I managed to ask the last question at Atlanta Open history, which basically means that was the last thing that happened in Atlanta Open ever. Like my question and the player answering it. was the last thing that happened. So kind of amazing. I wonder if Anthony has watched The Big Bang Theory. I hate that show. I can't stand that show. I'm sorry, but I can't watch that show. That show annoys the hell out of me. And I love nerd culture and fan culture and stuff, but I cannot watch. The laugh track is obnoxious, and I can't with the humor of that show. There's a lot of comedy shows I like. That is not one of them. I can't with that one. Also, I had a teacher who was really annoying and called me stupid in front of the whole class and stuff like that. It was super rude and like low-key racist, which is just its own thing in itself. I actually filed a complaint to the school saying that she's like racist, making racist jokes like every day and is super rude and stuff. Nothing happened because schools, but anyway, she liked The Big Bang Theory. So by that, just by like, you know, that's one reason I don't like her. I don't like The Big Bang Theory. I mean, but anyway, I can't watch that show. I can watch that show. Kaylee Cuoco, though, she dated a tennis player, Ryan Sweeting. Should have been me. Ghost after listening to Spanish music, yeah. But yeah, I appreciate it, Ghost. My first language is the language of love. I just do Spanish sometimes so my Latina friends feel more comfortable. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Nishioka is very, very cute. I was happy for him. Yeah, Nishioka was so nice. I got to do 4 interviews with Nishioka. That's a new record for me. Most interviews I've done with a player. Yoshi is so nice, man. I really became a fan of Yoshi throughout the week. Such a talented player. I really liked him in like 2022 when he went up a tier in the rankings. Did really well in Washington, Atlanta. So yeah, I'm very happy for him. Very happy for him. Your Latina friends possibly listen to Selena. I wish Selena's still here. F. Yolanda. Selena was so big for a while. Most folks outside the U.S. may not appreciate the phenomenon, but I lived through an amazing voice. R.I.P. Yeah, I've heard of her, but yeah, I mean, I can say that I think in the States we really don't appreciate her that much. So nothing happened because school. Sadly true. Yeah, it's terrible. I think Kaylee wanted to be a tennis player before she started acting. That's cool. Some of my big interests, acting and tennis. Love acting as well. Forehand, the backhand of KOOLHOF. That's a smash from Rafa put away to the crowd. Didn't Nishioka win a tourney in Australia or New Zealand? I may be misremembering that. No, you might be right. I don't remember, honestly. I should be the one putting in research. I did a lot of research for interviews. No, it was cool. There's so much more I want to do though with tennis. There's so much more and so much more with a lot of things. But it was cool. Like I liked researching into the players and I liked researching into the players and seeing like what the players would want me to say to them in interviews. Like I liked looking into Jordan Thompson and being like, wow, this is a really competitive guy. Like he doesn't like it when people are speaking in the crowd. He likes the competition aspect. He likes playing like 3-hour matches. Like I was like, you know, it'd be fun to ask him a question about being competitive. Oh, Matteo Bellucci, this guy was bawling on the court and is yelling "come on" all the time on the court. It would be interesting to get his opinions on the emotional side of tennis. So those were some of the questions. Those are some of the things I was thinking about. I liked researching stuff, and I had like really weird stuff that I also researched into, like that I didn't ask the players, but like I saw it in an interview in like 2013. You said that you loved Andre Agassi as a kid, like that kind of stuff, like. Oh, I saw that you love the band Soundgarden, and like mentioning that kind of stuff, and bringing that into the interview, like that kind of stuff is stuff I want to do in the future, like where it's like almost creepy how much I know about the players, kind of Nardwuar-esque. Like that's kind of what I think would be really fun, not just with tennis players, but with athletes in general. I feel like that's a super fun thing. So I had a question to Nishioka too that I didn't ask. That was like, you got to a final of a futures tournament as an unranked qualifier, as just having turned 16 years old. Like it's questions like that I want to do in the future, and kind of really engaging, emotional questions. I get interesting, engaging, emotional replies from the players that are kind of exciting the way I do commentary, like that kind of a thing. Like there's stuff I want to do. So anyway, but this was fun. It was a fun week. I really enjoyed it. And then what's your thoughts on the Coco Gauff controversy? Yeah, unfortunate. We should have replays of those kind of situations so that we can avoid players getting that upset. It seemed like she wasn't right in this case, but I understand why she got upset because it's impossible to know as a player in real time. She's been screwed over like 2 or 3 times. If you think just because she was wrong in this case that's the only thing that there is to say about the situation, I think you're wrong. She's been screwed over like 2 or 3 times. There should be more of a replay thing installed, but yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts. All right, tiebreaker. Let me know in the chat what's going to be the score in this tiebreaker and who's winning it. Forehand of Carlos, the backhand of GRIEKSPOOR. Backhand of Carlos, that goes out. Goes long. 1-0 for GRIEKSPOOR and KOOLHOF. Yeah, so my opinion, I'm going to say ALCARAZ and Rafa. I'm going to say 7-5 ALCARAZ Rafa. No, 8-6. I'm going to say 8-6 ALCARAZ Rafa. People say Jennifer Lopez wouldn't be a thing if Selena was still alive. Would you agree? I would like to hear your opinion. Interesting. You know who's a really good singer who I just want to, I guess, I don't know how to say it, but like Christina Grimmie. She would have been, in my opinion, one of the most famous singers in the world had she not had the tragic incident happen to her, but she was the best. So yeah, just a shout out to Christina because she was amazing. And anybody who wants to see amazing singing, look her up because she was a great human being and a very ridiculously big talent. So how's the attendance in Atlanta? I was worried the Olympics would stand their spotlight a bit. It wasn't great. Some nights were stacked. Like Ben Shelton, when he was there for the round 16, like everybody was there. The chatter around the crowd, the people there was like Ben Shelton, I want to see Shelton, big Ben Shelton, like Shelton's going to win the tournament. I'm excited to see Shelton. Everybody wearing Ben Shelton shirts. Like you always hear that from tournaments that there's like chatter around the crowds. This time there really was. Like people were excited to see Shelton. So, like then he lost in the first round to the same guy he lost in this tournament last year, Shang. Jerry Shang is a next level, man. Great forehand from KOOLHOF, gets the pass. We could be going 3 sets here. 2-1 for KOOLHOF and GRIEKSPOOR. J-Lo is a great dancer, though. Yeah, hell yeah. Shakira as well. Great singer, dancer. Say GRIEKSPOOR, KOOLHOF 9-7 just so we can get 3rd set. Yeah, maybe. My favorite Gone Too Soon singer is Amy Winehouse. Yeah, Amy Winehouse, ridiculous too. Oh yeah, Jerry Shang is legit. Absolutely. So is Mattia Bellucci. Both those guys. They're going to be big things. Could you see Shang winning slams? I hope so. I would love nothing more. I'd probably guess no, but he could. I think he's going to be top 10 in the world. I'll say that. My only prediction is he's going to be top 10 at some point, which would be a huge thing for Chinese men's tennis. We already have Li Na on the women's side. It would be great to have Shang. Yibing Wu needs to come back. That guy is one of my favorite players. Yibing Wu. He's awesome. It's like Tim van Rijthoven. Yibing Wu just showed up for like 1 week in Dallas and then left the planet. Same thing with Tim van Rijthoven. We need to get both those guys back. Backhand. That's a great shot from ALCARAZ. Backhand. It's a lob. Oh, forehand retrieving a lob. Oh, what a shot from KOOLHOF. 4-1. Wow. Shot of the match so far from either side. What a forehand there from KOOLHOF. Incredible lob. Rafa probably should have been anticipating the lob a little bit more than he was. He was too close to the net. The KOOLHOF had enough time to hit a reasonably decent shot at it, but that was an incredibly good shot. Yeah, I miss Wu. He's a hustler. Yeah, absolutely. He won like 3 or 4 challengers, climbed up the rankings, then won that incredible, ridiculous match against Isner in Dallas, the last final of Isner's career. I'm rooting for Shang, though, all the way now. Anything Shang plays. Same thing with Mattia Bellucci. I'll be rooting for those guys. Mattia Bellucci, he finished a match in Atlanta at like 1 a.m. Even I went to home. That was the one night I didn't stay to the end of the matches. Mattia Bellucci ended an Atlanta match at like 1 a.m. and then he played Washington qualifying the very next day. It was crazy. That goes out, 4-2. Do you see Bellucci surpassing Arnaldi, Caboli, Darderi, and them, or even Musetti? Good question. I see him surpassing Caboli and Darderi, although particularly Darderi is very good, I would say, in my opinion. But Matteo Arnaldi is Musetti. No, I don't think Bellucci in general will surpass Musetti. Although he could. It's completely in the air, you know? It really is. Like, it's completely in the air. Matteo Bellucci could end up being one of the best players in the world. You never know. And he has that mindset. But Bellucci has a winner's mindset. The whole interview when I spoke with him, he was like, man, I should have done this better. I should have done this better. This dude just beat Adrian Manarino, the number 2 seed, who had been as high as number 17 in the world this year, and who was playing well. And who's the biggest win of his career to date, Matteo Bellucci. And he was talking my whole interview, I should have done this better. I should have done this better. It was crazy. And he's the only guy who took time before the post-match interview to speak with his team. Right after winning the biggest match of his career, he spoke with his team for like 15 minutes, surely about like stuff he could have done better, what he did well in the match. So he's got that Yannick Sinner mindset of just looking to consistently improve no matter the result. So that is going to take him to big things. Is he going to surpass Arnaldi? I think he could end up being very close with Arnaldi. I'll say that. I think him and Arnaldi could end up being quite close. Or maybe Arnaldi will end up being more consistent, but Matteo Bellucci could have a very deep run at some point down the road. But I will say this. Bellucci is legit. He's legit. Matteo Bellucci will do something down the road. His time will come. That's all I got to say. I don't know the ranking-wise. I think he'll be above Darderi Caboli, probably in general below Arnaldi Musetti, but his time will come. He might be above Arnaldi. I don't know. I wish Musetti won the title last week. Yeah, for sure. I was rooting for Musetti as well. Sorrento has been playing well of late. It was a close match at the end. Yeah, very good match, but I definitely would have liked to see Musetti win as well. All right, GRIEKSPOOR and KOOLHOF are running away with the second set. Definitely looks like we're going to go 3 sets. That's in the net from Carlos, 6-2. They need a Murray Evans type of comeback here. They need a Murray Evans type of comeback. By the way, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to QualityShot Tennis if you haven't already. And please check out all of the interviews that I did with loads of players at the Atlanta Open. I interviewed Andy Roddick. I interviewed Mike and Bob Bryant, the best doubles team of all time. I maybe asked the last question of Mike and Bob Bryant's playing career. I really did. Or it's not really their career. They played an exhibition, but still. Like, that's insane to think about. Wow, smash put away. We're going 3 sets. ALCARAZ and Rafa are being pushed to 3 sets by KOOLHOF and GRIEKSPOOR. That came out of nowhere almost to me. They really were just surviving throughout that set, but good play at the end of the day, I guess. I have a soft spot for Caboli. Played Inspired Tennis in RG against Medvedev and Rune. Yeah, I played well against Rune. Rune had that incredible comeback. I saw your Amy Winehouse comment. Back to Black. Valerie, some of my faves. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, R.I.P. to Amy Winehouse. Brian Bros are legendary. Oh, absolutely. 2 of the best tennis players ever. In my mind, they're 2 of the best tennis players ever. Doubles, singles, whatever. Like, they won like 39 Masters. They won like 17 or 18 slams, and they were unstoppable dominance. I mean, they are so talented and so in sync. We're never going to see a doubles team like that again, in my opinion. Not quite. You have 2 twins, left-handed, right-handed. I mean, everything was absolutely perfect. They had a dad that pushed them to the max in the sport. Everything was absolutely perfect. Mike and Bob Bryant is just an absolute, yeah. What a special team. All right, I'm going to take another break for a minute. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm back for this one. Yep, missed that return, but what a crazy forehand return from Rafa there. Gets to, wow, 3-0 now for ALCARAZ and Rafa starting this tiebreaker. Incredible. Crazy. I'll be honest, I forgot it's the third set tiebreak. I would have stuck around. I forgot it's the third set tiebreaker. It came by quicker than I expected. But 3-0 here. ALCARAZ and Rafa, they're goading to start off this breaker. What a crazy forehand shot. That looked like it was surely going to go out. Caught the sideline. It's in the net, 4-0. KOOLHOF's on fire. Spaniards will hope he can't keep this up. Yeah, things like, it seems like it's changed now. Let's see. Adele is super. Wow, yeah. Adele is amazing, for sure. Anthony, take your time. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Lexi. Rafa and Carlos do not want their time to go away yet. They could play Raman Krajicek in the next round. Whoever Rafa plays at the Olympics in their last match here, those will be the last opponents Rafa ever plays at Roland Garros. It's not going to be Zverev. Well, I guess it wouldn't be anyway with Djokovic or whatever. Djokovic will be his last singles opponent. He will have played at the Roland Garros venue. But whoever he in singles, but in doubles, whoever he plays, this will be his last opponents. Will go down the history books no matter what. Well, unless he plays next year, actually, he might. That's actually a possibility. That'd be cool. Wouldn't be ideal for the insane, like 112-4 record or whatever he has at RG, but anyway, 112-5 is kind of crazy too, right? Excuse me. As not Lanton, Anthony is legally obligated to eat a barbecue chicken wing every 2 hours. I don't like barbecue chicken wings that much, to be honest. I like fried chicken. Barbecue chicken wings, I used to like them more, but I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot eating that. I like most Southern food. Oh, Rafa leaving so much space on the deuce side. And what happened there? I think that goes out from ALCARAZ and Rafa, so it seems like it's 5-1. KOOLHOF and GRIEKSPOOR run to the other side. Five-one here for ALCARAZ and Rafa. GRIEKSPOOR and KOOLHOF serving at 1-5. The forehand of Rafa, back in GRIEKSPOOR, back in Carlos. Backhand Carlos. Oh, he gets it. Backhand the drop shot. Rafa forehand. The backhand Carlos. Backhand's a lob. Unbelievable smash. Put away. Get out of here. You got to love the passion these Spaniard legends are bringing to the tennis court as well. Spain is such a good country for its sporting. And for tennis, it's been such a good country the last 20, 25 years. And ALCARAZ continuing the tradition. Carlos and Rafa, two goated athletes. Or two incredible athletes, anyway. Don't know if Carlos is goated yet, but future GOAT. The passion on the court at the moment with every swing of the racket. That one small tennis ball defining the aspirations they have to win that gold medal. As they hit it back and forth, and it's the passion on the court with every yell when they get it. Hit a winner to the opponent's side through GRIEKSPOOR, through KOOLHOF. And they're trying to get to the next round here at 6-1, running away with this tiebreak. The Spaniards. Some huge shots. That's another one, the forehand. 7-1 for ALCARAZ and Rafa. Crushing the balls. Oh, Anthony, you're quite poetic. Hey, I'm trying. A little bit of poetry in there. To be or not to be, that is the question. That's right. They don't do assigning full sets doubles. My bad. Yeah, I thought there were two. How soon can we go Carlitos? Probably at like, I don't know, 8 slams. I think at that point you'll be like, GOAT Carlos is like, okay. Like a GOAT. Not GOAT. we need to define the GOAT slang. You know? one of the GOATs. One of the GOAT. Great, one of the greatest of all time. One of, not GOAT, but one of the GOAT. There you go. Serve here from Rafa. Backhand, that goes out. 8-1. 8-1. Carlos smiling on the court, and that's why he's going to be one of the GOAT. That is why Carlos will be one of the GOAT. Literally, Carlos at any moment is just smiling on the court, which is kind of awesome. Dude can be losing like 5-0, and he'll just like smile. Or he'll be up 5-0 and just like smile. He loves playing the game. That's why Andy loves watching him so much, I think. Just because they both share that love for the game. Serve from GRIEKSPOOR. That's a let. I pre-goated Carlitos 2 years ago. Fair enough. I've pre-goated Yannick a long time ago. I said he's going to be future world number 1. I got it. I was right. A lot of people doubted. Backhand. Forehand to Carlos. Forehand to GRIEKSPOOR. Forehand to, oh, right through KOOLHOF, who touches it too. 9-1. Well, they had to at least give them 1 point, right? It would have been a bit cruel if it's 10-0. They had to at least give them the 1. Cool. I don't know what KOOLHOF is even doing at the net. He completely left the down the line open. Didn't even matter. ALCARAZ didn't even go for the down the line. 8 match points. GRIEKSPOOR and KOOLHOF. I hate to say it, but you're not Andy Murray. You're not Dan Evans and Murray. ALCARAZ and Rafa to get to the next round of the Olympics. I think quarterfinals? I need a double check. All right, they got 1, so 9-2. Yeah, quarterfinals. ALCARAZ and Rafa trying to get to the quarterfinals of the doubles. 8 match points. That's a funny sentence. 8 consecutive match points. Also, I look white as hell right now. The sunlight is on my face. Not that I don't usually, but I love that Carlitos smiling on the court. So good to see. Yeah, dude's great. Carlos is so good. I think Carlos smiling at his 4th match point win Wimbledon. Yeah, it was funny because it must have reminded him of last year. I think that's why he was smiling. He was like, man, I've seen this moment from last year a million times. That's in the net. It's awesome. Carlos and Rafa through to the quarterfinals. They will take on Rajiv Ram and Austin Krajicek, who is that's a very tough team. You got to take this in. I mean, just the fact that this is happening is insane. Rafa and Carlos trying to win gold at the Olympics together. I mean, just the fact that it's happening is insane. Really. Special. Take it in. We're going to get 1 more of these at least. They had ways to improve in that match. No doubt they goated in the tiebreaker. 10-2 is insane. Why is it like that? Why is what like what? 8 match points. It's a 10-point tiebreak. Totally agree, Anthony. ALCARAZ joyfulness, so damn charming. Hell yeah. Ram and Krajicek is a good team. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. That's going to be the real challenge. If they can get through that, suddenly everything swings wide open. Floodgates swing open if they can get through Krychek and Ram. That's going to be the big one. Listen, at Wimbledon or at U.S. Open, I would say that Krychek and Ram are the favorites. But at Roland Garros, I still rate Alcaraz and Rafa. I picked Alcaraz Rafa for gold. I'm gonna stick by my prediction. But Krychek and Ram is going to be the real kind of test for them. And I still hope you have 100% energy. Commentate for the next doubles match. Max, what are you doing to me? I'm not going to have 100% energy. I'm not going to have 100% energy. I might have like 60. Come on. That's expecting too much. 100% energy, Max. I'll try to do like 70 or 80% energy. I'll do my best. Vamos, Rafa, go away. Drink caffeine, Anthony. I'm just kidding. Very good. Listen, this is me without coffee. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I'm just hyper in general. I've been this way since I was a kid. Peace. Okay, but stick around for doubles. We're doing Murray next. Maybe the last match of his career. Andy Murray, absolute legend. Say 5 consecutive match points. This dude reached like 70 finals of slams and masters, and he's Andy Murray. Enough said. Stick around. All right, I'll see you for that one. Thanks, you guys. Awesome to see the regulars in the chat. Y'all know who you are. All right. Peace. Join in for Murray. Respect for Murray. Murray GOAT. Murray legend. Join in. I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. And stick around for Murray.